Moving on to some good news in Ghana, where women in rural communities can now breathe easy after receiving free maternal health care right at the comfort of their homes. Over the years, women in Koforidua, East Ghana lacked resources to get them to proper hospitals. On our Health Hero segment today, we meet Edmund Atweri, a registered community nurse who travels hundreds of kilometers to give free ultrasound to expectant mothers in rural communities. BBC's Pauline Odhiambo brings us that story.
My name is Edmund Atweri. I'm a registered community health nurse and also the executive director of Divine Mother and Child Foundation, which is a non-governmental organization. Divine Mother and Child Foundation basically works on maternal and child health issues. And one thing that we are doing differently is to introduce a technology known as ultrasound scan, where we go to communities, especially the rural communities, to support our pregnant women who cannot afford ultrasound scan services due to certain circumstances. I was born in a little village. There was no electricity, and I was born by a TBA, that is a traditional birth attendant. Growing up, I also saw this same woman. When I saw people going there for delivery, I saw pregnant women who were bleeding as a result of their delivery. And such people I saw with my own eyes who died.
Edmund has spent the last 4 years providing free ultrasounds to pregnant women to help decrease maternal death. Edmund and his colleagues often travel long distances to provide crucial maternal health care.
We had to drive to a particular point where the car can't move again. So on that, we get onto the motorbike, a rented motorbike. He has to ride us to the place. The road is really not good at all. In some instances, we have to rather be on a boat, on outboard motor to cross islands to reach out to pregnant women.
Today, Edmund and his team have come to Tadankro, a rural region in eastern Ghana, to give ultrasounds to expectant mothers.
When we come here like today, we get into the facility, have a talk with the pregnant women, and then tell them more about the services that we are going to provide. And then the health worker also gives talk on pregnancy and antenatal services. From there, we set up our equipment, and then we start with our pregnant women. One of the moments I'll never forget in my life was when we visited Etiwa district in the eastern region of Ghana. During our session, we met this pregnant woman. She was about 7 months pregnant. She was preparing because during our previous scan, when we came to meet her, she was told she's going to have a twin. So she had already bought her things, and she's been the first person in her family to also get twins. So she was very, very happy. And then the shocking news came to her. During our scan, we found out that all the twins are dead.
During labor and even in the earliest stages of pregnancy, many women in rural Ghana rely on motorbikes as their daily means of transport. But for some women, these motorbikes do more harm than good.
During my third pregnancy, about 3 months, I went to Adosu to purchase some foodstuff one Friday afternoon. On my return home, I was on a motorbike. When I got home, I realized that I was bleeding. So I rushed to the clinic for an advice. The in charge told me to go and see the gynecologist at Tetekwashi. I went there and he asked me to go for a scan. I went for the scan and returned the result to him. He advised me never to sit on a motorbike again. So I responded to his advice and I delivered my baby without any problem.
But it's not always a happy ending for some women.
I have given birth to 5 children, but lost 3 and 2 are alive. The elder one is 10 years and the second one is 7 years old. This is my 6th pregnancy. I am 3 months and 2 weeks pregnant.
Pregnant women here in Tadankro sometimes have to walk over many hills to get to a clinic. It's a pretty long distance for many of them, but the alternative would be to travel on a motorbike for 20 more kilometers to the nearest hospital.
hospital.
As I am sitting here, I really think about how to climb the mountains or even sit on a motorcycle during labor. In all my pregnancies, I pay for the ultrasound scan services when I visit Tete Kwashere Hospital. Here, I get it free. When I take the scan, it makes me know how the baby is doing and I feel relaxed.
Hospital.
There are some instances where we have to scan more than pregnant women in a day. But because we have only one scan machine, we have to make sure they go and come back the next day because there are a lot of pregnant women.
Despite this challenge, Edmund is determined to facilitate better maternal healthcare opportunities for women who cannot afford it.
When we even provide a scan for them, they still have to go to the hospital again to do even normal labs like they are checking their HB, which is their blood level, checking their hepatitis, checking which are not even available at the villages. So we want to even combine all these services to it.
Edmund relies on funding from Ghana's Ministry of Health, individual contributors and associate partners of his NGO.
It's something that always pushes us to do more, because seeing the smiles on people and saying thank you, just thank you, really moves us to do more. It is not about the money, it's not about anything, it's just the passion to do more, the passion to support women, the passion to make sure that what I saw when I was growing up shouldn't happen in our era.